Howdy, everybody, and welcome to the Æther-Tech Wars. I am Matthew R. Dawson, your friendly neighborhood host and game master for this Pathfinder 2e campaign. And joining me around my virtual table tonight are Brandie, Brie, Dyto, Delioth, John, and Junior. Say hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Got a lot of people here today.
Mm-hmm.
Now, before we begin, we do have a few announcements to get through, starting with a word from our sponsor for this campaign, XSplit. XSplit is a high-quality virtual webcam background remover that works with your already existing webcam. Using this program, you can protect your privacy while you work or play remotely by blurring the background, removing it entirely, or even putting your favorite pictures as the background instead. You can download the app today at xsplit.com, and if you use the coupon code RANDOM with a capital R, you can get 10% off of your purchase. You can find our referral link in the chat and show descriptions. This week, we're back with another episode of Dreams of Infinity, our Magi Knights Awakening campaign. The team has had a bit of a conversation after the soccer match. They spent the night together, and they're going to be getting up in the morning to play some party games. We'll see what happens with that. Should be fun. Oh, and they're going to go to the church afterwards. The creepy church that they're all terrified of. We'll see what happens. You can keep up to date on our schedule and everything we do here on the network by following us on Facebook as Random Rhapsody TV, on Twitter as @random_Rhapsody, on Blue Sky as Random Rhapsody, and on TikTok as Random Rhapsody_TV. And that's it for our announcements. So join us as we return to the world of Loroupa and journey with a group of Pathfinders who have unwittingly found themselves embroiled in the Æther-Tech Wars. And we're back. So if you're watching our channel for a while, you should know how we do our recaps. I offer up the Random Rhapsody coin, which is good for a free reroll or hero point in this campaign. Now, if I do the recap, I get to get that coin, and I get to use it. And I like using it. In fact, I want to use it so badly, I'm going to go ahead and give me a villain point just right now for the fun of it. There I go. Boom, I just got an extra villain point. So I'm currently sitting at 4, just so you know.
It's so evil and twisted of
I
you.
know, right? Like, how dare I? But I dare.
Absolutely dubious.
I dare. I just keep warning you, I dare. So, with that in mind, who wants to do the recap? Do I get to do it?
Well, I was going to let you, but then you went and gave yourself a villain point, so I think I'll go ahead and do the recap.
Shame. Well,
See, you just shouldn't get greedy.
I guess not. Well, in that case, Maiko, tell us what happened last time on the Æther-Tech Wars.
So last time on the Æther-Tech Wars, we met up with Fuckleral and his associates. We escorted them down to the lair that we found that had all those weird machines and crap. He and Zaz studied them while we kept watch, making sure nobody bothered him. He decided he was going to try to take it all back to Coltress to study it further. I don't know what he wants to do with a bunch of machines and study them for machines, but okay. He told us what he could discern about them. I mean, to be honest, it was all a bunch of technical junk that I don't get paid enough to understand, so it just kind of went right over my head. It does things and stuff, I think. Um, the next day, we were asked if we would take another job to go to Gnomengard to scout out what they're doing over there. Another job, more money, maybe more shinies I can add to my collection. Yeah, we're gonna go do that for them. Why not? While they're preparing our transport, we decided to take on a side quest and kill a basilisk. Easy enough, right? Right? Oh, luckily we had Senshi, the turtle monk, with us because apparently basilisks are a little difficult to take down. We did end up victorious in the end, and were able to collect the head and quite a bit of blood back to take back for the reward. And this all made us feel just a bit stronger, and we all learned a few new skills. And I think some would say we're level 3, whatever that means. So yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, that's about it. Okay. Well done. There you go. There's the random Rhapsody coin. Now don't forget to use it. It's only going to last the session. Okay. Well, Pathfinders. After defeating the basilisk and collecting its parts, your group would have had to hike back to town once again. You are on the coast, a handful of miles away, just to the east of town. So by the time you return to Woodpine again, it is getting to be just about nighttime. By the time Kikiro, Draven, Maiko, and Zaz return with Sensei, the Crytodria from the hunt along the coast, that's about the time that Malachi you would be able to, come up for air from the bender or whatever it is you were doing at that time.
Sometimes you just got to get it out of your system.
Yeah.
When you have to be serious for a while, you just got to get it all out.
Is that what their name was? Bender? That's kind of an odd name.
Listen, no, it was Clive again.
Mm.
I'm a bit of a romantic, so I had to see him again.
Fair enough. But by the time the four of them, along with Sensei, return to the inn, that's about the time that you, Malachi, would be coming downstairs and into the common room as well. So you would see them entering about the same time they'd see you walking down the stairs. And it's one of those, hey, kind of moments,
Hey.
Hi.
I feel like I haven't seen y'all in like 48 straight hours.
It's wild, right? Wild.
It's wild.
Yeah, about that time, like as your group is all kind of like, oh, hey, how's it going? And reacquainting yourselves with one another again. The door opens once more. And funnily enough, Aeden strolls in, looking a little dusty from travel. There's some leaves and twigs in their hair and all that. But here you are. Your group is finally reunited once again. And you're able to sit down, have a drink, and catch up. Malachi, you would not be surprised to see Sensei there, the Crytodria, a turtle person, who is the martial arts master at Coltrast, and is well known as being a close friend of Baron Edmund and was a companion of your late grandfather.
Okay, so this is the turtle monk.
The turtle monk, yes. Who
I
currently
would
goes
be
by
like-
Sensei.
Well, Sensei, it's been how long have I been gone? 2 months, somewhere around there. I want to run up and give her a hug,
Yeah, you can absolutely give them
whether she wants it or not. And I'm definitely still not wearing a shirt.
Yeah. Sensei would give you a hug and kind of pat you a little roughly on the back just to see how well you can take the hit. Give me a fortitude saving throw.
All right, sure. That's a 10.
I'm going to say that I'm not going to roll for this. This is just funny. That they kind of smack you on the back really hard. You stumble forward into them. And, of course, Sensei would just whisper in your ear, "You forgot to duck."
Well, I'm a little spent, physically.
The martial arts master kind of holds you back and looks you up and down and says, "You look too skinny. Your mother sends her regards, though."
Did she send you, like, maybe with an envelope or something? Like that kind of regards?
Didn't I actually have Fuckleral give that to Draven?
I don't know, did somebody...
I feel like I remembered that.
I don't. Is it this?
It's an envelope for my mommy?
Come and get it if you want it.
Okay, I
just
come over,
can't.
I snatch it. If I can.
Make for me a thievery check versus.
Are you keeping this for me? Are you bullying me right
yeah,
now?
are you doing that, Draven?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Okay, acrobatics check versus
Okay.
thievery check.
Okay, I can do it. Wait, I'm doing thievery?
You're doing thievery.
Okay. Well, that's not very good. I got a 15.
Uh-oh.
I got a
Come
16.
on. Draven, come on. This is my mom. I'm a bit of a mama's boy. I gotta see what she said.
Fine. There you go.
I take it. I would sit down.
It is a small package.
Okay.
A parcel wrapped in black paper and tied with twine.
Oh my god. Okay. I sit down in a booth. Because we're in the inn, right? Oh,
Yep.
also, I sent a message. Can we say I crafted 2 days worth of bullets?
Sure.
Okay. Just
I
so
did
I'll
not
be
see a
ready.
message from you.
Oh, it's on the foundry or whatever.
Oh.
That's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
I
will-
answered, but
yeah.
that's my.
She said I could have 40 bullets, so
No.
While they're doing that, I'm gonna go tackle hug Aeden though, because I'm so happy she's back.
yeah, I just assumed that you guys went out and found Aeden and came
Oh.
back with her. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
There's
48
no
hours.
finding Aeden.
Oh, no, Aeden shows up
Wow.
when Aeden wants to.
How much honey is Aiden covered in right now?
Oh no.
That's a good question. How much, Aiden?
Aiden is actually eating her honey with a spoon when she walks in. Like one of those like honey sticks.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like she's
yeah,
licking
yeah.
it like a lollipop.
Oh,
At least it's not her bare hand anymore.
you have missed so much, Aiden. I have a new friend to introduce you to Aiden. This is Zaz. Zaz, Aiden. Your best friends now, yes?
Hello, you want some
Zaz
honey?
is enthralled by the tiny fairy creature. Just, whoa, you're so cool.
I can do lots of cool things. You want some honey? I got.
I would love some honey.
I mean, for Dazaz, she double dips just.
as
That's what you
they're
think.
whispering that, I am holding out what I literally just licked in front of everybody.
Oh my god.
Zaz will take it with happiness in their eyes.
See that weird long lizard tongue snaking around the stick to just squeeze all the honey off of it and into their mouth.
Aiden looks at Draven and her eyes just light up.
Yes. Best friends now. This is
We're friends now. Oh, because we're friends, here's a marble.
What color? What does the marble look like?
It would probably be, it'd be a cyan marble, kind of, with some cloudy, textures into it.
Shiny. She plays with it a little bit, and she tucks it into like a little pocket.
No, if she has marble and I have marble, do you have marble too?
We pass
Pizzazz.
around marbles?
No, this is friendship marble.
Oh.
Yeah, friendship
My
marble.
bad.
I do have a marble. I have a bag of them, but
Yes.
Just make sure you don't lose your marbles.
oh, I would never. I keep good track of my things.
As
Oblivious.
you're saying that, you hear a familiar voice from behind you, Zaz. Ah, well, I don't know about that. Zaz tends to leave things all over the workshop. Like one time I found my hammer under the freaking doormat.
Isn't that where it goes?
Well, there was a nail I needed to hammer down, and so I started doing it, but then I realized I kind of wanted a club sandwich, you know?
I duck under the table with my package.
Yeah, you all look and you do see Fuckleral standing there. Short gnome, bright purple hair, mutton chops, hair just frizzy and out there all over the place. He wears goggles with multiple lenses on his forehead. And he's just eyeing Malachi directly underneath the table as he's saying this.
Wait. Do I see what's in my package?
Have you had time to?
I don't know. They've been chatting. I take my claw out.
Yeah, you would
rip it
have at
open.
least been able to open it up, and you do
I'll
see.
dump it out looking for money.
Yes, there is actually money and
Yes.
a letter. There is in total 50 gold pieces. In there.
Oh my god, Mom! I love my mommy. Okay.
You're pouring it out, but then you saw Fuckleral, so you scooped it all up. You haven't had a chance to read the letter yet, and you're hiding under the table. And Fuckleral is just looking past Zaz directly into the booth underneath the table where Malachi is sitting there hiding. And he stands there and looks for a moment, but then turns his to regard everybody else and says, "So how was your hunt? Did it turn out you're alive, so that's good at least. Were you able to succeed?"
We got its head. Put its head on the table.
I did very good. I was really, yeah.
I did miss a lot.
Yeah. How did you like the gun, Zaz?
I love it. I want one of my own.
Well,
How do you like the gun sauce?
I don't know about all that. Well,
Are we
we'll
passing
see.
out guns?
I've got an idea of like a smaller one that, you know, like maybe I could wield a little bit better, you know? A little more simple in design.
He is holding out his hand, by the way.
Malachi laughs.
I feel like Zaz should have to roll to see if he accidentally shoots the gun as he hands it over.
Oh no.
Well, that's my question. Are you handing it over?
I don't know if Zaz would have to social what's the
Acumen.
word? They wouldn't know that the Falderal is asking for the gun back. I
He
would
just
say.
holds hands with them.
Yeah, they're just like they see them holding the hand and just assume it's some sort of gesture. It's like, what? I don't.
You give the open hand like a fist bump.
Yeah.
Zaz, give me my gun back.
Oh yeah. Here you go.
Takes it back. He immediately starts checking it over, and becomes oblivious to everyone else for the moment.
I'll slink my way back up into the seat since I have been seen. And I'll look at the letter. He's distracted.
Okay. While Malachi's reading the letter, what's everybody else doing?
I'm gonna go over to Kikiro. I know it's been a few years, but I got you something that I think you'll like.
You are incorrect on one of those points.
I'm confused.
It's been like a week.
No, it's been like 3 years.
I missed you so
You're
much.
off by a while.
Are
You're
you
off
sure?
by a day or a few.
Well,
Well, it feels like it's been years.
I was conscious for most of it, so I feel very confident.
I mean, a week is a long time, to be fair.
I mean,
I would get.
I'm inclined to believe you, but that's not the point. And she pulls out a jar of. It's an old jar of honey, but it looks like it doesn't have honey in it, but it's an empty jar of honey. But inside of it, you know that like the food thing, the dirt, where it's like got pudding and crushed Oreos and like gummy worms and stuff in it.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like that, but mixed. And she hands it to him and is like, this way you don't waste more of my honey. And it's like a honey dirt mixture.
Aw. A healing.
But it's got like
Fantastic.
twigs and leaves and dirt and mud and honey in it.
And like,
Maybe not
My
if,
healing dirt.
if you try to jiggle the lid, it's just solidified. Like, you know how honey gets in the grooves and then just hardens and becomes like harder than anything else? Yeah.
What I'm hearing is I have a
temporary.
jar of dirt.
Yes.
Yes.
Are you gonna go running down the beach singing, I got a jar of dirt, I got a jar of dirt.
Absolutely. This is a prized possession. Thank you, my dear friend. We've known each
You're
other for
welcome.
about a week.
Did you hear? She says under her breath, years.
Okay. What's everybody else doing? Draven, Maiko.
Maiko's probably just sitting there chilling. We're at the end, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm assuming we're all eating, so I probably just have my food there. Just there.
Yeah, everyone take 2 copper pieces off your character sheet for food and drink for now. Copper piece for a mug of ale, copper piece for a meal.
Some morning ale? Or is it evening?
Evening. It is evening.
Okay.
Right now.
That makes sense.
How late again?
It's fairly late in the evening. It's judging based on the moon, probably around like 8-ish.
Okay.
The tavern
Man,
is
I don't wanna-
slightly lively right now. There are people there, but it's the end of the work week, so there's not like a lot. Or it's the beginning of the work week, so there's not a lot.
Maiko is considering, maybe dancing again, but then she remembers what happened the last time.
I want to go out on a high note, and I don't think I'm beating that performance. So, what does the letter say?
Okay. Well, hold on. What's Draven doing?
Oh yeah.
I think, well, since it's that late, Draven was gonna go ahead and just turn everything into Morblend, but if it's that late, we'll do that in the morning. So I think he's just gonna sit and chill on the opposite end of the booth.
Okay. So everyone by this point has filed into the booth and have ordered a drink and some food and are kind of just chatting a little bit. So Malachi, as you open up the letter, essentially what it says is, my darling sweet baby boy, I've missed you since you began your travels. Your brothers and sisters and I and your father miss you terribly. Miss how
What a crock of shit.
all of that stuff. You know how a doting mother
Yeah.
absolutely is.
I hope you're eating enough. Make sure you drink a lot of water.
Yeah. That's pretty much dead on. And it ends with your father's doing well, working with Lord Edmund. Everything's safe here at home. Here's a little spending money that I've been set aside for a rainy day. I hope it is useful to you. Yada yada yada. Please come home soon. I would love to see you again. Your loving mother. Fires.
All right. Yeah, I'll fold the letter up, put it in my pocket. So is Falderal enjoying dinner with us?
Falderal is actually he's kind of watched for a little bit, and he did actually order a meal. And he now that you're done reading the letter, you look up at him and you kind of do one of those starts because he's staring directly at you. He's got a plate in front of him. He's got a knife and a fork. He's slowly cutting meat and putting it into his mouth, but he's like dead-eye locking on you.
By the way, Zaz is sitting next to Falderal, drawing in a little sketchbook, schematics of a poorly drawn gun.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sitting in between me and Faldy?
I imagine they're sitting across from you.
Okay, I want to say... I know, Faldy. I ain't said hi to you yet, and that's incredibly rude of me.
No, you really haven't.
Well, I just had a lot on my mind.
A lot on your mind, or a lot on you?
A lot. I look down at me. I'm not wearing a lot.
Yeah.
You want to elaborate on that?
I see you're up to your usual antics.
And what do you mean by that?
Half dressed in an inn.
I'm nothing if not consistent.
And how is it?
Do I get the sense he's asking how is my gun, or how is the experience?
No, the gun. When he says how is it, he emphasized the word it.
I set my fork down, and I want to look at him real intense, and I want to say, "This is the best thing I ever made."
And have you been caring for it?
I will, because I feel like I got something to prove to Faldy. I will pull it out, and show it to him. And yes, I have been caring for it. I even took like the firearm cleaning kit. Yeah. So you see, it's in pretty good condition. I want to show it to him, and then I study his face to make sure he thinks it's good. You
watch as Falderal picks it up, unloads it, begins going through it. He takes out a little kit, starts unscrewing a couple screws, pops a few pieces out, holds them up to the light, and is starting to look through it.
Okay.
And you keep trying to interrupt him, and he's like completely.
I'm like not willing to fully say something.
It's a little bit intense in this moment, but finally, very very quickly, it's back together again, and he says, "Well, it's good to see you're at least respecting the tech."
I'll slide it back over, put it back in its holster, and I'll go. Well, if that's all you were upset about, I guess we can put the past behind us, huh?
His lips purse a little bit at that, like he put a lemon in his mouth. He says, "Well, I guess we'll see, won't we? Your friends here are taking on another job for the Conclave. Are you planning on going along too?"
I lean back in my chair like I'm thinking about it for a second. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, well, yeah, what the fuck else am I going to do? And I say, yeah, I think I will. I think the Conclave's been good for me. I've been keeping my nose clean for the most part.
At which point you hear, well, that's not entirely true from what I've been hearing. And of course, everyone looks up from the table to see the tall high elf Corrin Hassan standing there in his usual ostentatious finery that he likes to wear.
Is this a
fancy guy?
Is this an intervention? I start getting ready to leave.
But you're in the back of the booth, so you can't.
Listen, Zaz, you think you could scoot real quick? Because this is really weird.
I'm drawing.
Here's what I know about my relationship with Corrin, is that he bailed me out of jail.
Mm-hmm.
That's like all I know.
Well, I
And
mean,
he was my grandpa's boyfriend.
he was your grandfather's husband.
His husband, that's right.
And so you would know him fairly well, and he's always been at least around Coltrast. He definitely is looking at you with like you can see a repressed smile on his face.
If I had known everybody was coming, I would have put a shirt on. Okay.
Don't lie.
Yes, I would have. I thought I was going to come down, just grab my dinner and take it right back upstairs, and then everybody was here.
Yeah, we have terrible timing.
Yeah, it's awfully embarrassing for me.
What really should be embarrassing is the tales the mayor has been telling me about some of your group's antics.
Listen, I ain't ashamed of nothing I did.
The half elf, or not, the high elf, looks over at Maiko and says, "Discovered in the mayor's bedchamber, picking a lock."
Hey, that was a misunderstanding.
See, that wasn't even me. So
It seems to me that you may be rubbing off a little bit on this group.
what? Are you saying I'm the bad influence? Have you seen these people? This guy's carrying a coffin.
Everyone looks at Draven.
Who's right now probably doing, I'm going to be like doing my evening prayers and whatnot. What's going on? I'm so sorry, I was busy. But...
And Maiko kind of does one of those, like, trying to look innocent, because, you know, knowing her background. Being caught in the mayor's room picking a lock is not necessarily...
It's pretty low on that list.
All I can picture is just Maiko
it's
trying
not
to get like...
beyond her, her personality.
Just imagining just trying to do like the big innocent eyes, and then Draven's like, "Is everything okay? Your eyes are a little puffy. Do you need some help or something?"
I'm just saying, maybe these people are a little off all by themselves. They don't even need me.
What would your grandfather say? And then he
Well,
chuckles.
He'd probably say something like, "Malachi, you're being a real waste of space right now." And then he'd probably send me to church or something.
Probably. Good thing he isn't here.
That's pretty good.
Anyway,
I sit down and start eating my food.
the high elf grabs a chair and kind of pulls it around to the table and sits down with everybody as well. He says, "I've written up the contract for the conclave regarding your next assignment. The good news is that I've been able to secure a decent amount of funds for your trip. Once we arrive in Port Suliard tomorrow, I will be able to collect that and give it to you all. As you all know, or Malachi, as you're getting ready to learn, you will be traveling to the capital of Gnomengard. You will be doing so under the guise of conclave researchers sent to get more information about the country and also act as goodwill ambassadors between the Conclave and the Kingdom there, or, well, the Confederation, as they call themselves. We will have a letter of introduction prepared for you all to introduce yourselves to the government and hopefully gain access to some of their inner courts. But this is a fact-finding mission, nothing else. And I do need to point out that behavior such as some of what you've done here in Woodpine will not be looked on as kindly as it is in this country. You're all fortunate that the mayor herself was a former Pathfinder and understands some of the antics that they get into, but as representatives of the Conclave, you will be neutral. You'll be considered neutral representatives in a sovereign state. Therefore, all of you will be subject to their laws and their rules and regulations, so on and so forth. So, if you get into trouble, the Conclave, it won't be able to bail you out. So keep that in mind.
Malachi just like swallows his food. It's like, okay.
I think everyone at the table is trying not to look at Malachi.
I know. I have lived a privileged existence. I got a question, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any laws that we should particularly be aware of? Something we might break without even knowing it?
General laws of general rules of courtesy, things like that. Don't go breaking into the Queen's bedchamber or anything like that.
Well, I think I could deduce that much.
Or at
but
least don't get caught.
Oh, okay.
Or be invited.
Maiko likes the sound of that.
Sounds like he's ready to make some. He's gonna make some deals. We can make a compromise.
I traveled with Willow and your grandfather and Blazenier for quite a long time. I'm well acquainted with the antics of adventurers, I might remind you. He says as he kind of puffs up his chest a little bit.
Well, I'm working on it, and I think we'll do a good job at this. I look around unsuredly.
Well then, I have the document here in front of me, and let's go ahead and sign it, and then we can be on our way tomorrow morning. And he pulls out this very long piece of paper. There's quite a bit involved in it. It's actually very, very technical. But in the end result, what it does describe is that you are being hired by the Conclave to go on a fact-finding mission in the capital city of Gnomengard. You are there to determine if they are bulking up on their technology, if they are creating more of these automatons that seem to be powered by the aether of individuals' souls, and if so, how are they doing that, and or how are they mass producing it, and what are they bulking up on? So yeah, it's a fact-finding mission under the guise of your group being small-time ambassadors, essentially. You're to investigate the capital city. You're to look for any signs of military increasing, stuff like that. You are also. It does also point out that if you are able to secure the individual known as Zormunder, there will be a bonus of 250 gold pieces. That's in addition to the mission that you're currently going on, which is the fact-finding mission. It
They got extradition laws, or do we have to kidnap this guy?
Not. You asked this question, and Corrin says, "Not really. All sovereign states have their own rules and that sort of thing. Some at times." Countries cooperate with one another, and the conclave is there to help mediate these things. But for the most part, no. It's very rare for a prisoner to be extradited to their own country. It's not that it doesn't happen, but it does not happen very often.
So we gotta kidnap this guy, or is this like a dead or alive kind of situation?
At that, Fuckleral speaks up. To be honest, I would absolutely appreciate him being brought back alive. The information he has is extremely valuable. I'm going to be working on trying to understand his tech for a good while, and if we are able to bring him back to Coltrast, having him there would allow me to answer a lot of questions that I have.
So it's a kidnapping situation.
Oh, God.
The gnome just shrugs, and the high elf also just shrugs.
Yeah, gotta do what you gotta do, right? Apparently. Our morals are flexible where kidnapping's involved, but...
Well, this guy's making killer robots.
Yeah, these individuals did come onto our sovereign soil and attack a town with weapons that they've created. That is an act of war. Lord Edmund does not want to declare war against a country without just cause. And as of right now, we only have suspicions and a small amount of evidence that corroborates those suspicions. But we don't know for sure why Zormunder was here. Everything we have right now is speculation. Bringing him in will answer those questions. And since they did attack one of Lord Edmund's towns, Lord Edmund is absolutely within his rights to find out why he was here.
Can't argue with that.
Excellent. This is Corrin at this point. Well, if you will sign right here on these lines, we can get you all started.
Okay, whatever you say.
Read the terms and conditions.
Fuckleral says, Zaz, you're traveling back to Coltrast with me and the tech. We're going to be working on this.
Yeah. No, I know. I'm telling them to read it because wizards, you know.
Well, it's coming from my good old friend Baldy, so I trust it's probably good to go, and I'll sign it.
Okay. Does anybody not sign the Conclave contract? Except for Zaz.
I mean, you know, had to.
Okay. You all sign the contract. Corrin takes it and sands it and rolls it up and says, "Very well. In the morning, come meet me here in the common room of the inn. I will have a spell prepared to teleport us to Port Suliard." And then he looks at Malachi and says, "Malachi, don't get into too much trouble between now and then."
Well, Faldy, I was hoping I could talk to you for a second before you go.
That was Corrin who was saying that.
Oh, okay.
Falderal looks up and says,
Corrin, no promises.
Yeah, wow. What can I do for you?
I want to talk to him privately. So whenever we're walking out or something. Walk him out the door.
Bye.
Bye. All right. I just want to say, so Faldy, I know it may not seem like it, but your mentorship meant a lot to me. Still, Malachi doesn't want to say sorry, so instead he's like, I got a little something for you might be interested in, and I want to pull out that like glass cylinder. It was like the casing that I pulled out of the first bot.
Okay.
Yeah, so I presume that this is kind of the powering mechanism. This is how it like extracts power from the gems or whatever its power source is, and I don't know. I thought you might like it. I give it to him.
Yeah, you pass that to him, and he. Oh, this is the casing unit. This is what the souls were being held in. Was it? Oh, and he's like examining the whole
Like,
thing.
You know, I'm like kicking the dirt, like, just like wait.
Oh wow, this is really incredible. It's
Yeah, you see, I removed it myself. In fact, using some
yes.
tools.
That would explain why there are chips right here and a crack right there, and
Yeah, you know what? I did the best I could in the situation that we were in, which was like kind of life or death. But you know, I tried. So.
Well, thank you, Malachi. I absolutely appreciate you taking the effort to retrieve this for me. This will be very, very helpful in my upcoming research. And then he looks up and he says,
Just nods.
I am glad to see you're doing well.
Thanks, Faldy. I'm making new friends. I don't have a lot of those left.
He then kind of like gestures for you to kneel down next to him.
Okay, I kneel down next to him, I guess.
He whispers in your ear, if you let that fucking Confederation get my tech, I will personally come down to Avernus and I will find your soul just so I can kill you again.
Faldy, hey, nobody, I tell you, trust me when I tell you, nobody could take this gun off of me.
Make sure. Because
I mean, like, it's impossible. It's impossible, Falderal. Me and this gun, we are soul bound.
Mm-hmm.
It's more than just a gun. It's more than just your creation. It's transcended, I tell you.
He,
Ask my dad about it.
Make a diplomacy check.
Okay. I don't think I'm good at that, but I will try. Ooh, +3. That's not too bad. That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. He nods and he says, good. Because that's technology that a military nation cannot get their hands on. So just be mindful. Don't take it out
I promise
unless
my life on it.
Don't take it out unless you need it. Don't let anybody see it.
Well. Okay. Now you ask too much.
I'm serious, Malachi. I'm serious.
Okay, Falderal. Okay, I hear you. I will protect it with my life. I swear to you.
Sorry.
All right.
You just hear Aeden yelling from inside the inn. Okay. Be safe out there.
You too, Faldy. I'll see you tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. He nods, and the two of you go and,
walk away.
Make your separate ways. With that in mind, is there anything anybody else wants to do while they're here?
No.
I was wanting to talk to Malachi and or Falderal. Possibly both. Either that or just go from one to the other.
You can
And just
probably
kinda-
catch the both of them when they're coming back towards the group in the main common room of the inn.
So pretty much, Zaz completed their little drawing of the gun and is now holding it up to both of them. Is it? What? Any notes? What do you think? Would it work?
Make for me. I don't know. Would this be a crafting check? It could also be a performance check.
I was hoping for crafting, personally.
Yeah, go with that.
All right.
What do I roll to see if it's total garbage?
We just see what they roll.
Okay.
Please roll good. My life depends on this. My kobold's life depends on this. Roll good. 17. That's all right.
It's not bad. Falderal looks at it and says, well, if you make a tube like that, you're going to overheat or you're going to underheat the propulsion chemicals. You're going to need to close that off. And he starts like critiquing the drawing.
Yeah.
Malachi
Zaz,
only the aesthetics of the gun, whether or not it looks good and it flows and the engravings are cool.
either way, Zaz hangs on to every word and marks it down on the drawing. Like, okay.
You see, a
Version
gun should
2,
be
well.
sexy. A gun should be sexy.
Sexy gun.
Lost curve.
Ignore everything Malachi says.
Oh, come on. You got no fun. It's all function.
Ignore everything Malachi says? Question mark.
Follow your heart, kid.
And when they're done critiquing it, they go over to the bar, kind of sit down happily, and just start drawing on a second page.
It's fair. Is there anything anybody else wants to do before heading off to bed? No?
Nope.
Okay. You all eventually make your way up to the room. This is the last night. You have a free ride here at the inn, but you're also leaving in the morning, so that's good. You're all able to get a good night's sleep, which means that you are able to heal at least a little bit if anyone needs to heal up.
Yes, please.
I see.
So yeah, you can all do the well-rested. Okay. The next morning, you are joined for breakfast one last time by Falderal, Corrin, and Sensai. You're informed that Falderal and Sensai are going to be remaining behind here in Woodpine to oversee the transportation of all of the gear and all of the machines that were down in the underground site, and are going to be taking those back to Coltrast for further study. Sensei, of course, is staying with Falderal to protect him, and Zaz is coming along to assist Falderal, since Falderal is his mentor. So, after gathering up for breakfast, you do have a moment to say goodbye to your pal Zaz.
Oh.
Hey.
Zaz. Was good to meet you.
Malachi.
Yeah?
I want to here have a marble.
Really?
Yeah, you were kind of cool with me when I grabbed your gun, and you're kind of helping me out with this one. So here you go.
Oh, I feel like I was not cool at all, but that means so much to me.
Well, you were cool after the fact.
I'd give Zaz a hug.
No.
It was good knowing you.
Yeah.
Stay safe
I'm
out
sorry,
there.
Delioth.
Just keep an eye on Falder.
Mhm.
Do you want a marble? I feel bad.
I would love a
Kikiro.
marble, my dear small friend.
All right, I'll give Maiko and Kikiro. Sorry, that's the name.
Maiko will kind of look at her hands, kind of pat around, and she'll find just one of her random rings that she's holding, and she'll hand it to Zaz.
This is the best gift anyone's ever given me, besides the, Falderal's gun for like a day. That was a pretty good gift.
And Maiko will try to find like just a random piece of wire or whatever, just try to fashion a little holder for the marble so she can put on a.
Absolutely.
Oh. I'm gonna miss you, buddy. Oh, picks up. Oh. Best friend.
They'll hug back.
Yes. Okay, I'm going to write every day. I don't know if you'll get them. I don't know where to send them, but I'm going to be writing.
It should be in contrast, yes? I assume so anyway.
Yeah. All right,
So,
great.
visit sometime. I have ideas of items that, I can craft up in the meantime, but so visit sometime.
I will absolutely come visit. I cannot wait.
Yeah.
I have a friend to visit.
All right, gonna go figure out how to learn dangerous robots now. Just entirely jovial.
He's so happy.
Such a happy little guy.
Such a happy little guy, and eventually you go bouncing off back to Falderal. The three of them, Falderal, Zaz, and Sensei, wave to your group one last time as Corrin gathers everybody up and says, "Okay, now come with me to this other room, and we will begin our teleportation."
Oh wait, did we ever turn in our basilisk?
Oh no, you never
stuff?
did. You need to do
No,
that.
I have-
Shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Can we do that first so we
Yes.
can get our money for that?
Yes,
please?
you absolutely can. You can absolutely do that. You can do that while Corrin was getting things ready.
Absolutely.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
I'm imagining Corrin
I know.
about to teleport everyone, and then everyone's like, wait.
What? Wait, we still got the giant basilisk head. We don't want to
I'm
take
just carrying it around. It's fine.
Oh, I suppose so. I'll wait until it's time. Hurry up.
I guess I'll go too.
Oh, Draven's already just gone sprinting, head in hand.
I'm Jason.
Yeah, heading over to Morblint and Tom's bookshop. They're, of course, sitting there having breakfast, the best two gay dads in the world, just sitting there chilling. They're always excited to see you, Draven. Draven, welcome. It's great to see you again. What have you been up to? Oh, and all your friends are here. There's so many people.
Catching breath. I'm not a runner, but I brought you a thing. We did mission for you. Head.
You plop a basilisk head right on their dinette table. All that. They're actually kind of impressed. You brought the whole basilisk head, as well as 8 pints of blood. That is quite a bit. Morblint is thrilled. Well, this is much more than I was hoping for. Yeah, this is great. He has to pause for a moment to look to see how much he actually set this bounty for, which is like what it is right here. 25 gold per undamaged eye and 1 gold piece per quart of blood. That means it would have been 58 gold pieces, but since you're brought back the head, and he's very impressed, and also Draven, you are something of a friend of theirs. The tiefling wizard finally says to you, for this extra work you've done and everything you've helped us with so far, why don't I pay your group 100 gold pieces?
Oh, but that's so much. I couldn't. That's a lot of money.
Draven, shut the fuck up right now.
Yeah, Maiko kind of nudges Draven like, stop! No, we'll
He
take it.
doesn't speak for us.
Well, I'm honored by this, and I hope it would be okay that I write when we are away.
Of course. We would love to hear from you, and drop us a line every so often and tell us how things are going and how your adventuring is. And if
These
you
are
ever,
the smut wizards, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
The smut wizard.
this is the smut wizard. That's true.
That's
But yeah,
Love that.
they give the group 100 gold pieces. Zaz, you're heading back to Coltras, so I don't think you really need this.
Zaz wouldn't take it anyway. They don't need money now.
So then it's 100 divided by 5, 20.
Which I'm going to just distribute to everybody right now.
Sweet. It might send it to Zaz. Well, I guess you can maybe uncheck it.
No.
Yeah, I
There
can
you
do it.
go. Wow. Technology.
Technology.
Wow.
After that, you kind of chat with Morblint and Tom for a little bit, but you make your way back to the inn to speak with Corrin, who's finally ready to transport your group over to Port Suliard. He says, everyone get together. I have to do this in 2 bouts since there's so many of you, but I prepared the spell numerous times just to make sure we can do this all. Because as I was looking at the spell, apparently the spell teleport can teleport 4 people plus yourself instead of the 5 people that I thought it was. So they actually have to do it in 2 teleports.
Oh, man.
It gets weird, but anyway, with the right amount of spell work, and Corrin is a chronomancy wizard. He's actually good at this sort of thing, spatial distances and whatnot. He gathers everyone together and casts his spells and is able to teleport your group to a room that is kind of plain and bare. You can see on the ground there is a large runic circle etched into the stone. There's a couple torches lighting the area, and then there is a single door leading out. The room is made up of tan stone, both the floor and the ceiling, kind of grayish tan stone. And once the spells are complete and the group is standing there, actually, before that, I suppose you would have gotten the chance to say goodbye. So, Zaz, before Corrin teleports you, is there anything you want to say to the group before you part ways with them?
Bye.
Hi.
That's all.
Fair enough. And so with that bye, everyone kind of waves one last time. Falderal and Sensai wave to you as well and wish you luck. And then you are teleported into the teleportation room of the Port Suliard Conclave building. And I think that's actually a great place for us to pause and go on break. So, we will be back in about 10 minutes, folks, and when we return, we're going to find out what our heroes do in Port Suliard before heading to Gnomengard. They have an opportunity to stock up and prepare themselves, so we'll see what they want to get, and from there, we're going to be heading out to a brand new place. It's going to be a lot of fun. So stay tuned. Howdy, everybody. We are back. And when we last left off, our heroes said goodbye to their good friends Zaz, Falderal, and Sensai, and have teleported along with Corrin Hassan to the Erudite Conclave branch in the port of Suliard, in the northeastern coast of the Kingdom of Coltrast. Or the Barony of Coltrast, technically, right now. Anyway, you arrive inside a plain stone room, 2 torches, a teleportation circle built into the floor, and the elf Corrin Hassan says, "Now, just one moment, let me go do the talking. I did warn them about our arrival, but you know how conclave types can be." And so he opens the door and steps out and kind of speaks to people who you can't see for the moment. But once they do walk in, you do recognize at least the garb of the individuals you who approach and join. There are 2 of them. One of them is tall and reedy. He looks built like a martial artist. The other one is shorter. That one is actually a lizard folk individual. They have green scales, bright yellow eyes. The more muscular of the 2 is a human. He has bright blonde hair, sandy blonde hair, bright blue eyes, kind of a boyish smile, though he's clearly in his middling to late middling human years. The lizard folk is the one who actually speaks. Now, the 2 of them are dressed pretty much identically. They're wearing garb of tan fabric that is trimmed with green. They both have cloth belts sashed around their waist. The lizard folk is holding a couple books in their hands, while the more muscular of the 2 just has a quarterstaff that they're carrying. The lizard folk speaks up and says, welcome. Corrin Hassan, Master Hassan, it is so lovely to see you again. It is a pleasure to have you. These must be the Pathfinders you spoke of. And Corrin Hassan assures them that, yeah, you are the ones going on the mission. The conclave contract has been signed, which he produces out from his own robes and passes it to the individual with the books. The lizard folk says, excellent. Well, my name is Trinidad, and I am going to be your handler for this particular excursion. I'm sure Master Hassan has explained what it is you're going to be doing in the country of the Gnomon Federation. But apart from that, I am here to serve as your liaison with the conclave itself. Anything you need, you can come to me, and or you can contact me, and I will be able to assist you as much as I'm able. But apart from that, I'm also here to answer any questions and to deal with the logistics of your mission. So I will be traveling with you to Gnomengard. Now, let's go and perhaps sit somewhere a little more comfortably, shall we?
The
lizard folk and... Yeah, go ahead.
You said there's the lizard folk and then there's the muscular human guy with the boyish smile.
Yes.
And they're dressed the same. So I want to ask, who is he? If you're our handler, who's this guy?
Oh, this is Jiminy. Jiminy here is
I think the same thing.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, continue.
Jiminy here is one of our guards. He was stationed outside the room. All
Okay.
teleportation circles are guarded here at the Conclave.
All right. Answers my question.
Yeah, the lizard folk nods his head to the guard. The guard nods back and kind of eyes each one of you as you pass him and follow and follow Trinidad out into the hall. Now, I haven't described the Conclave to anybody here before, at least in this campaign, so I'll take a moment to do that now. The hallway you enter looks almost identical to the room you just came from, being so far that it is made of the same tan gray stone. It's brightly lit. You can see small orbs of magic just floating every so many feet, illuminating the area. It's actually very brightly lit here inside this building. You don't see any windows in the hallway you're in. There's just a handful of doors leading on both the right side and the left, leading to various places. The lizard folk does not open any of these doors. He just turns to everyone and says, follow me. I'll lead. It can be kind of complicated in here. So definitely don't, don't go and wander off.
Cross my heart.
It looks like Arkopixian has just redeemed a hero point as a goodbye to Zaz. So there you go. You got one more hero point.
Yay.
The lizard folk leads you down a series of hallways. You go down one until you hit an L junction, turn into that one, then you go to a T junction, turn there, you kind of weave about, go down a set of stairs to another level. Every so often, you'll pass a door that's either being opened or closed by another member of the Conclave, because you do see people walking about the halls every so often. There's a variety of races and genders as they pass you by. The one thing that kind of unites them all is they're all dressed in pretty much the same garb. Tan loose-fitting clothing, trimmed with green, black sashes around their waists. Some of them have weapons, some of them don't. Most of them carry books. A lot of them have smudges of ink on their arms or on their hands. A lot of them have quills in their hands and seem to be making notes as they're walking, just really, really in-depth into what they're doing. And half the time they don't even notice your group until Trinidad has to call out and tell them, hey, on your left. And then they all jump up and kind of move to inside to get around your group and that sort of thing. Eventually, you're led into a door that leads to a small waiting room. There is a long table and a set of somewhat comfortable chairs arranged around it. Trinidad goes and sits down at one end of the table and offers everybody to take a seat somewhere around there. As you're all sitting down at the table, Corrin turns to you all and says, I must be getting to some other errands I have to run while I'm here. I'll leave you in the hands of Trinidad. Good luck on your mission, all of you. Return to us safely. I'm looking forward to seeing your actual report.
Bye-bye, people.
He clasps your shoulder before walking away and gives you a small smile. You can see that little mischievous twinkle in his eye. He knows what you're about. Yeah, he knows what you're about. And anyway, once the door's closed, your handler turns to you all and says, well then, let's get down to brass tacks. I have here a sum of gold, It is a down payment to assist your group in your mission. You'll find in here a total of 250 gold coins. You can use this to purchase any supplies you might need, pay for room and board while you're in Gnomengard, use it to purchase information or whatever else you might need to. Being that this is a down payment, we don't need a receipt for your expenditures, so you don't have to worry about taking accounting into this. Though we do ask that anything you do purchase, you do make a list for us. That way we can have good records about your group. We also have, we have a few other things for you. They go over to a small cupboard near the edge of the room and retrieve 5 books, 5 ink pots, and 5 quills, and gives one of each to each of you. So each of you have an empty book, an ink pot, and a quill to add to your inventory sheet. These are your notebooks. We require that all Pathfinders take detailed notes of any sort of job that they undertake for the society. You should write down all of your findings, anything that you think might be relevant to the mission you are on. And then once your mission is complete, you will return these to us. That way we can add them into our archives. The Erudite Conclave is a wealth of information. We have information on virtually every subject in existence, and we require that any who work for us take notes to continue to assist in that archive. Other than that, we will be teleporting you to our field office inside Gnomengard. This is an area that is known to be run by the Conclave. However, it is not well known that we have a teleportation circle there. We require that your group do not divulge that information. The King and Queen of the Gnomon Confederacy is aware of that. I'm sure some of their ministers are as well. And we do take into account the fact that they probably have spies feeding them information. So it's not that it's unknown, but for the common people it is, and we would prefer it to stay that way. If you have any questions about anything relating to your mission, you can pose them to me. We can teleport your group to the capital whenever you're ready, although I would highly recommend you use some of this gold to outfit yourselves for this mission. This is a reconnaissance mission after all, but we also understand that things happen and we want all of our members and representatives to be prepared to handle themselves. So, if there's anything you need, you may purchase it. I would suggest purchasing it before you leave. If there's any place you need help being directed to, feel free to ask.
So I know kind of what I want to buy. Starting with armor.
Okay. There is an armorer here in town. I can direct you to one that is reliable and well worth the cost.
You think you could just give me a map of the city or something so I could just make a day of it?
I'm sure I have a map somewhere around here I can go get. Sure.
You know, recommend some restaurants while you're at it. Seafood, really into that.
Well, we are a port town, so plenty of seafood here. I would recommend the Trotter and the Crane. They are an inn down by the port side that does excellent fish.
All right, fellas, let's go.
You are provided with a map of the city. It is a fairly large port town. I don't have one in Foundry, unfortunately, because
that's fine.
I was trying to earlier today, and it would not load for the life of me. I have to fiddle with it a bit. But that's okay. But the Port Suliard does have armorers and weaponsmiths. They have those that can inscribe runes on things if there's any runes you want to add to your weapons or armor. Let's just kind of go around the table and talk about what you're looking for if you want to find anything. Malachi, you said you want some armor. What are you looking for?
I'm gonna buy some studded leather armor and sell my regular leather armor.
Okay, fair enough. Let's see here.
Is that something I can look up, studded leather? Or I guess, is there shops?
Yeah, there are shops. I'm trying to make it so that you can see.
Perfect.
Can you see this one now? Aeden's Armaments?
Yes, I can.
Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and pop a studded leather armor in there for you.
Sweet.
There you go. Yeah, studded leather armor. It's only cost 3 gold.
No problem. And then I'll sell off my armor because I can't carry a lot of stuff. So
Yep, that's fair. You can sell the leather armor. You can just drag it to that. You're going to gain 1 gold piece for it.
Okay. I'll just add 1 gold piece.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm going to look through all this stuff you got in here.
Yeah, there is a handful of things that are specific that are sold here. If there's anything else you're looking for, I'm going to use this merchant for anything else you guys want. So I'm just going to drag it to that. So if there's something particular you want, just let me know. Maiko, is there anything you're looking for?
Well, I see the striking rapier in there. +1 striking rapier. Is that just a +1 weapon? Or what does striking do?
Striking is a rune that adds an additional damage dice to a weapon. So instead of a 1d6 rapier, it's a 2d6 rapier, and the +1 is to your attack modifier. So when you're using that weapon, it does it gives you a +1 to your attack roll.
Okay, I think I might get that, but I need the that gold to be dispersed so I have enough money in my.
Yes, I will go ahead and do that now.
So when these ones say +1 striking battle axe, is that the potency +1 and also +1 striking?
Yes.
Or okay.
Yeah, it's a plus. It has a +1 potency rune and a striking rune.
Okay, because if it was striking, it would be striking and striking greater or striking major. Okay, I understand. I definitely want to get some runes etched on my gun.
Okay, there's the gold that's been distributed to everybody.
And then, can you remind me again with the cold iron rapier? There's nothing special about that, right?
Well, it's made out of cold iron, and cold iron. There are some creatures out there that are allergic to cold iron.
Are you looking?
So if you wanted to keep that, you could just buy
only like 10 gold more to get both of the runes added to your own.
Well, A potency rune, I believe, costs 35 gold pieces, if I'm remembering correctly. Let me pull
and
it up.
then striking was 65.
65, yeah. So,
So,
it would be...
actually, it's about the same price. It's
yeah.
exactly the same price.
Okay, can I just do that then? Can I just add those runes to my cold iron rapier then?
Yeah, you could pay somebody to do that for you. That it would be ready in the morning, basically.
I'm doing the same thing, +1 and striking on my gun.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine. I just want to do that. I want to, because I think the cold iron would still be, useful.
Okay.
But I want the guy to let me sleep there, so
Okay.
that I don't have to leave my gun in his care.
Make for me a diplomacy check.
Okay, it's definitely not gonna happen, but we will try. 12.
They tell you that if you want to stay there, it will cost you an additional 5 gold pieces for room and board.
I pay it.
Okay.
Just to make sure that they don't fuck with my gun or try to keep it or study it too hard.
Yeah, you can definitely do that. It's going to cost you 105 gold pieces. You can take that off your character sheet. And I probably will have to do it myself. Manually add these things to your weapons. So I will do that now. There you go. You now have a +1 striking soul forged pistol. Maiko, I'm doing that for you next. Okay. There you go, both of you. So those 2 purchases so far. Draven, how about you? Can't hear you.
All right, there we go. I don't think that there's honestly too terrible much because with my upgrade, I get 1 for my shield, so that kind of takes care of any issues I was having with that. I'm trying to think. No, I don't think there's anything that I'm wanting or needing at the moment, so I'm good.
Okay. Aeden, how about you?
Nope, there's nothing I want.
Nothing? You know the striking does double damage.
I don't have any weapons.
And I can't afford it.
Draven, I will
buy for Draven though.
Yeah, I would buy this for you.
I mean, if you want to, well, actually, no, to just raise the... that's the thing. I was kind of hoping to keep using the Undertaker shovel, but if I do that, it's going to be 100 gold. But if I boost the smoking sword to a striking, it's only 60 gold, which I can't afford. So I might do that, I think, actually. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll just boost up the sword. We're good.
According to this, the smoking sword already has striking on it.
Does it?
Ooh.
It shouldn't be, right? It shouldn't have been.
Oh, no, I was looking at the price.
Okay.
That was what I was doing. Sorry.
Gotcha. I gotcha. So you were fiddling with it. Gotcha.
I was, just to see what it was, how much it cost. But...
yeah, you could put on the striking, which would be another 65 gold pieces. So it's up to you if you want to use that or the Undertaker shovel.
Yeah, we'll do it. The smoking sword's been good for me. It's been a good one.
Okay, yeah, because it already had the potency on it. So yes, you can absolutely get a striking rune. Or wait a minute. Is the Stoke Flames thing a rune?
I don't know. I think it's
No.
just a.
So it's part of the specific magic weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Specific magic weapons can have their fundamental runes updated, which is striking. See, they can't get new property runes, but those don't come for a few.
Gotcha. So we can add the striking rune to that weapon. Gotcha. Then yeah, absolutely.
Sweet.
All right.
So take 65 gold off of your sheet as well.
You got it.
Question.
Yeah.
I got this green ether stone. Would somebody here be able to infuse that into my... Do I want it in the gun? I also have a sword.
Your gun's pretty strong. Your
My
sword...
gun is pretty strong. The sword is +1 potency.
Oh, all right, damn.
But it doesn't make it great. Yeah, I'll see about if I can add it to the sword.
Okay. The ether stone. Let's see if I can remember.
If there is somebody in town who can manage that.
Yes, actually. You would be able to find the same person who is doing the rune work for you could also take the ether stone and actually add that to the weapon. It would basically add it into the pommel of the weapon, and with some runic work that they would be able to add that, and it would basically give it a plus 1d4 of acid damage.
Sweet. What's it gonna set me back?
It's going to set you back 50 gold pieces.
I'll be cutting it close. I do have it. Well, oh man, about to risk it all. Let's do it.
Okay. Okay. So, yeah, you're using that green Aether Stone, and with some work that's going to be added to your weapon. I'll go ahead and do that here in one moment.
Now I can give the sword a name.
Probably. Figure out how to do it. Huh. I'll have to fiddle with this a little bit, but I'll have it on before the next game.
Okay.
Kikiro, what are you wanting to get?
Is there any way I could find a set of healer's gloves?
Healer's gloves. I don't see why not. Let's see here. We're going to say that, yeah, you are able to find a set of healer's gloves, that you find them sold at a local enchantment shop. They cost about 80 gold pieces.
I think that is pretty much all I was looking for.
Okay. Well, I've put that into the armaments merchant sheet there, so you can add that to your character sheet. That should be able.
I think I figured out how to do the acid damage. Plus acid. Why has it got this one piercing there?
Oh no, I see it. It's 4 damage with the.
Yeah, but it has 1 piercing plus 3 acid, and I don't know why. Let me see.
Because it's still a sword.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but it's doing. Oh, I see it.
Yeah,
that
it
was
did
the
1
one
point
was
of piercing
from
from the sword.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I thought the first one was adding something, and then the second one was also adding something.
Oh no.
But I see.
Nice.
I got you.
Okay, so yeah, it works. I did it.
Oh yeah.
Very cool. Okay, yeah, I see that. Nice.
I just wanted to test this as well. This is nothing. Okay, cool. It did work. Nice. Oh,
This is also nothing. Everybody just roll.
everybody roll. Now's the time.
Yeah,
So I
now's the
wonder
time.
if I crit, it'll do 2d10 as well. God damn.
Oh, shoot.
Plus an additional 1d10.
Yep.
Let's
It's a
go.
big break point for everyone who makes attacks.
Yeah.
Is there any other gear that anyone might want to get while they're shopping?
Well, Maiko, you've got enough thieves' tools that are gonna last you.
How much do these tools cost?
Not super expensive. That would help if I was on the right one. Regular thieves' tools cost 3 gold pieces.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and buy some thieves' tools. I think I'll just do.
There's also infiltrator thieves' tools, which adds a +1 to your pick, lock, and disable device for 50 gold. There's also concealable thieves' tools for 10 gold.
Well, I've only got 12 gold.
Oh, wait a minute. No, the thieves' tools concealable are 80 gold. Sorry.
Well,
Yeah, I can't afford that. I've only got 12 gold.
Fair enough.
you can get just a regular set, a backup
Yeah,
set.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was gonna do like just one more set of thieves' tools, so that way if something happens to one set, I just got my backup and I can just
Now,
buy another
there
backup.
are replacement picks that can also be purchased for, like, if you lose picks from your thieves' toolkit, that only costs 3 silver pieces.
Ooh. Yeah, that might be more likely what happens.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's do that. Then can I? So how does that work? I'd probably just want to have like one replacement kit, right? I wouldn't necessarily need.
Yeah, so I imagine
multiple.
replacement picks is like, say you fail a few times and you've broken a couple, you buy those to replace the ones that you've lost. That's what the replacement picks are for.
But supposedly it contains a few of them.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and buy. I think just one set of replacement picks. I don't think I necessarily need 2 sets, do I? Oh, there's only 3 silvers. Go ahead and give me 2 replacement picks.
Okay, so you're going to get two replacement sets. That is in Aaron's armaments now, so you can buy both of those if you want. And that basically just gives you extra picks to hold on to in case you break some.
It's a shame I can't get those other picks though.
Oh yeah, like the infiltrator ones or the concealable ones, those are pretty cool.
Well, if I hadn't spent all my money, I'd help you out. But
oh no worries, because like, look, we're gonna eventually do something and get some money, and I can get it then.
yeah.
You literally just
since it was
since
it was actually relevant, could I find a spyglass somewhere?
Oh yeah, I got one too.
Not the fancier one, but
I lied. I want to try and find some hand wraps of Mighty Blows.
Okay, hold on.
Mighty Blows.
So I'm going to go ahead and put a spyglass and a fine spyglass on that. You can purchase either one if you want. And then you said hand wraps?
Yeah.
Hand wraps of Mighty Blows.
Mighty Blows.
Okay, yeah. So you can meditate and wrap them around your hands. These hand wraps have weapon runes etched in them to give your unarmed attack the benefit of the runes, making your unarmed attacks work like magic weapons.
Oh,
So basically, you can add runes to that.
Striking fist.
Nice.
The basic ones have a +1 potency.
Yeah. So there you go. That is now in the armaments folder as well, so you can purchase those if you want. I like these dragon hand wraps. 80,000 gold. God damn.
80,000? No
So
problem.
cool though.
Yeah, they're +3 major striking greater flaming hand wraps of mighty blows.
That's too many words.
Yeah, and then you can use it to cast a 7th level breathe fire spell.
Yes.
That is
They
ridiculous.
also increase your.
Hey, if we all pool our money together, we could probably buy it.
Yeah, easy. I have 6 gold. So you only
Then
need
we
I have
all-
12.
79,993.
And then we can all use it. We
Or
just have to
94.
hold hands.
Yeah.
One hand.
You get a +4 item bonus to the athletics check to grapple or shove. Increase your strength score by 2, or increase it to 18, whichever is higher. Jesus.
Okay.
Oh, that's using old wording.
Yeah. Those are powerful.
So in the ammunition of my pistol, it says I can use those blowgun darts. Please tell me that's true. I would love to shoot this poison-coated blow dart at somebody through my gun.
What? What?
It's in the drop-down menu of the ammo.
Oh, yeah,
It says
no.
blowgun darts.
Because it just shows all ammo, but no, you cannot do that.
I feel
Now-
like it should work.
Now, I mean, you're a crafter, so you could theoretically craft a bullet to have
that has the dart on
poison
the
in
front
it.
of
Yeah.
it. Okay.
I bet that you could, like, make a shotgun shot out of that.
Hell yeah. It just shoots needles.
Mm-hmm.
All bunch of poison needles. Yes.
Yeah, you could probably do it. If you take the time to
Usually
do
call
it.
them flechettes, but yeah.
Whatever you want to call it. Somebody's getting eviscerated.
Okay.
All right, and then we go to Trout and Crane. I think.
And then you're heading to the... Sure, let's call it the Trout and the Crane.
I think that's what you had said. Is that not right?
I don't remember.
I think that's what it was.
Okay. After an afternoon of shopping and getting things etched on your weapons, they're all going to be finished in the morning. Yada yada yada. So from there, you all head out into the port town to go find some dinner. The Trout and the Crane is a popular local restaurant. It is not far from the harbor. The smell as you're coming close to it is amazing. Like, you can smell a heady smell of beer and fried food. The aroma of fried fish is heavy, and fried potatoes as well. You can smell lots of garlic and onion and herbs or scents as well. And as you're approaching, your stomach just begins to rumble.
Oh yeah. I smoke a pre-dinner cigarette because it's been a while since I smoked a cigarette.
Yeah. Let's say that because it's a popular place and there's a line waiting outside, and you kind of have to queue up behind him. So Malachi, that gives you a moment to light yourself a cigarette and take a well-deserved puff on that. Anything else anybody wants to talk about while you're waiting? Well, eventually, you are able to make your way into the tavern, get yourselves seating. Meals typically cost around 2 copper pieces to a silver piece, depending on how elaborate and extravagant you're wanting your meal to be.
I'm throwing down. Silver piece. Can't take it with you when you go.
I'll do a silver piece.
I'll throw down a silver
as well.
Okay. Everyone throws down a silver piece, and the dish that you get is incredible. It is basically a small flounder that has been skinned but left bone on. It's been poached in a white wine lemon butter dill sauce that is then poured over the top of the whole thing. It's served with these roast potatoes and root vegetables, and it's flaky and melts in your mouth. And it's also served with a really, really rich brown bread. Let's say that you probably go a little bit extravagant and also order a bottle of wine that's going to cost another 2 silver pieces.
Oh, man. I'll put down
Pay
one.
for it.
You gonna get the whole thing?
I'm gonna get the whole thing.
All right, I let Aeden get the whole thing.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah, 2 silver pieces get you a very nice bottle of wine that pairs perfectly with your meal. And the 5 of you sit there and start kind of munching away, and holy shit. It is the best fish you've ever had in your life.
Yeah, I eat till I'm stuffed.
Absolutely. Y'all want to get into any fuckery in town while you're out, or are you planning on just heading out?
Some fuckery, you say?
You wanna get up there and play that guitar of yours, and I can attempt to dance? Maybe get some
Oh man,
money.
On a full stomach. I want somebody else to play guitar, and I'll listen and enjoy.
Ooh, how about this? I'll play the guitar and you dance.
You know what? I
Switch
think
up a bit.
that's a great idea. Let's do it. All right, I give her my guitar and I say, but if you snap so much as a string, if
Rolling
you
that
create
one.
so much as a scratch, I swear to God, I'll be mildly inconvenienced.
Inconvenient.
All right, I stand up.
Okay, Maiko, give us a
Assuming
performance
there's a dance
check.
floor. And this is not a fine dining establishment. We're about to go ham.
No, I guess a fine dining establishment, and you're about to like just start doing like the scent of a woman dance in the middle of it, and nobody else is dancing. Yeah,
No, I'll wait. If it's a tavern and there are people enjoying themselves, and they need a dance, then we'll play.
So just a normal. Do I do
people still know
public
how to-
roll or
Yeah.
13? Not terrible.
You know, it's
I mean-
passable.
I mean, good news is that Maiko does not snap any of your strings while she's playing, but Maiko doesn't really know how to play a guitar.
Just
So,
She's playing just like chord.
mhm.
You know?
yeah.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Very, very badly.
I'm like, how do I dance to this?
Like I'm playing a couple of the notes trying to find the right one.
I'm like, all right, just slow it down. It'll sound really romantic. Just slow it down. All right. I guess I dance.
Give me a
Draven. I'm like, you want to join me? I could definitely use some help.
Okay. I may
I
as
assume-
well.
I assume
When
Draven
in-
knows how to dance.
Yeah, well, yeah, classically trained in all the ballroom scenes of
Okay, perfect. So yeah, because Malachi does not dance like this. All right.
Yeah, this is gonna be great. Both of you give me performance checks as well.
All right.
Good luck, everyone.
Oh, nice.
I got fast feet.
Dancers ever.
Yes, Draven. I imagine since you're classically trained, you take the lead.
Yeah.
Yeah, Draven takes the lead, and this is exactly like fucking Al Pacino in Scent of a Woman doing this very, very formal ballroom dance.
It's sensual.
It's very sensual as Maiko plucks Twinkle Twinkle Little Star on a guitar.
But really slowed down so that it sounds really.
Yeah. Oh no, like it's super slow. Like we're at a 2/2 here.
It's really romantic.
No, when the vibe is just right, you can find the beat to anything.
Draven, I didn't know you could dance.
I didn't either, but here we are.
Well,
And
I had the guitar case propped open, with a couple gold in there, try to entice people to throw tips in.
Nobody throws tips in.
no. In fact, the gold gets stolen.
I was going to say, the orphan children just come and steal it.
Yes.
But we have a good time.
Yeah, we do.
No, you definitely have a great time. Kikiro, Aeden, what are you doing while these three are just making a giant scene in the middle of the restaurant?
It's a sexy scene.
I think Aeden is finishing her food. She doesn't touch the fish. But she eats everything else that's not meat. And sprinkles it all with honey.
Kikiro, if I notice you not eating the fish, is definitely going to ask if she's gonna eat that. Or
No,
if
you
Aiden's gonna eat that.
You can have my fish. I'm not gonna eat it.
We'll definitely eat Aiden's fish as well.
Extra portion of fish. It is damn good. You're feeling pretty stuffed after that meal, Kikiro. Got a little bit of the juices dripping off of your beak. You wash it down with a big old swig of the white wine, which is nice and citrusy and just pairs really, really well with the fish. It is nice. Making myself hungry.
Mm-hmm. Right?
Eventually, your evening does come to a close. Are you planning on going back to the conclave to stay the night, or do you want to do anything else? Find an inn, that sort of thing.
I think.
I would like to get a bottle of wine to go, please.
Okay, another 2 silver pieces.
Already paid to stay at the rune person, whatever you'd call that.
What?
I said I paid to stay with the person who's putting the runes on my gun.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So you're staying there. That's right. Yeah, so you're staying there for the evening. What about everybody else?
Well, I think Aiden would go back to the conclave if they're providing lodging.
Mm-hmm. Same.
Yeah, I see no reason to spend money on lodging. Let's get it for free.
No, that's totally fair. The conclave will absolutely let most of you stay the night. Since Malachi's staying, because Malachi's staying at the runesmith, so they have their own lodging for the evening.
Yeah.
The conclave building, as you left and as you return, it's kind of like the most boring building with the most extravagant lawn in the entire city. The building itself is actually kind of plain. It's a perfectly rectangular tall building of about 6, maybe 7 stories at most. There's like very, very tiny windows at the top level of the building, but the rest of it is just this uniform square gray tan brick that makes up the entirety of the interior as well. It's like there's no features on the building whatsoever. There's just a set of double doors that lead in at the bottom level and a series of very small windows around the top. But other than that, it's like plain. But the lawn surrounding it, the property around it, is a good 70 feet around it, with the building in the center. The grounds are immaculate. There is a long walkway that leads from a very tall, 15-foot tall wrought iron fence around the entire property that is protected by a set of gates where 4 conclave members just stand, arms crossed, weapons at the ready, watching people as they come and go. The grounds themselves are lush gardens. There's trees, there's areas of flowers and that sort of thing. There's pathways leading through the grounds. There's like sparring pits made of sand every so often. It's actually quite beautiful. But the building itself is kind of an eyesore. Malachi, while you yourself haven't been a member of the Conclave for very long, your last mission was your very first. Being the fact that your grandfather and your grandfather's husband and a lot of their friends were members of the Conclave, you've probably seen it at least once or twice in your life.
Yeah.
And actually, there is a Conclave branch that is being built in your hometown of Coltrast. So you can tell everybody as they're all staring at it.
The next morning.
Yeah, the next morning, once you all get together, you would be able to reveal the fact that every single solitary branch of the Conclave that exists on Loroupa looks pretty much identical to the one you're all seeing now. When they build a new one, they build it looking exactly like that. Why they do that, no one's entirely sure. But
Probably a cult thing.
Probably. But what you do know is that it's also bigger on the inside. It looks smaller than what it is on the inside, and actually, the Conclave has floors going down into sub-basement after sub-basement. They have a very large archive of items down there that they regularly protect, and pretty much every single Conclave branch has multiple lower floors on it as well. Just an interesting little note.
Yeah. I would definitely share all that information, but I share it like it's the most boring thing ever. It's like, can you believe it? Like, went this far for like books and books and books.
It's true.
I do enjoy books. I like reading. That's how I learned to actually dance. It's from a few books that I've read.
Wait, you learn how to dance from a book?
Isn't that how
I mean, you
everyone
can-
learns?
You can learn anything if the illustrations are good enough.
That's true.
You must be some kind of genius.
Well, sometimes they don't have them, they're all words, so I like to go ahead and add in little illustrations on the sides of them so they can,
God.
better see the picture.
I'm just more of like a hands-on kind of guy.
We know.
Wow.
Oh,
Oof.
Way to call them out.
Don't judge the way I learn. Like, nobody can tell me. I gotta find out for myself,
Is this the first time in your life, Malachi, that you were called Handsy?
No, probably not. Definitely probably not.
Probably not.
I'm a simple man with simple needs.
Fair enough. Well, after a night of enjoying the comforts of the Conclave, which isn't very comfortable. I mean, most of their members, if they don't live off property, they sleep in very long. Well, have you ever seen like a barracks? Like an actual military barracks, where it's just like a bunch of cots and bunk beds all in a row in a very, very plain, open, wide room. That's basically what they have in the Conclave. You do have free access to room and board. The meals you're provided are kind of bland and plain monastery type food. But you are all able to sleep there and get yourselves a full night's rest and a very boring breakfast that comes along with it.
Oh no, I'm gonna go somewhere else.
That's fair. That's fair. You are able to find someplace else for breakfast. Let's call it 2 copper pieces each for a decent meal in the morning. That everyone can go ahead and take off their character sheet. But apart from that, I imagine you all get together once again. You meet up to pick up the weapons and things that you had custom made. You all have new runes on your weapons, so you get to kind of have some fun with that. But apart from that, you're able to meet with your handler once again. Trinidad says, well, I hope you've all been able to stock up on things that you need. I hope you got all the weapons and armor and potions you might want, because we're ready to send you whenever you are ready to go.
Think I'm ready.
I hope so. I'm
Aye.
ready as can
Let's
be.
go.
Do you think in Gnomengard, are they hostile to any other races in particular, or are they a pretty accepting people?
Well, the country itself is made up primarily of gnomes, halflings. There are some dwarves and orc and lizard folk species as well. They do they allow travel and that sort of thing. So you'll find representatives of most races there. They're not necessarily hostile towards people, unless you're hostile towards them. But they do take note of outsiders. We've noticed. Whenever we have people go to our field research office at the Conclave, we have noticed that people are out there watching, taking notes. Sometimes our members are followed when they leave the branch. So expect that at least you will be observed when you arrive.
Hey, I think I can handle that.
Slow turn. Whoop.
All right. That's the only question I had.
Does anybody have any other questions about what you're walking into?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
This place, whatever we get into
gonna
is what we
find
get
out.
into. And
Yeah. See, I gotta see it for myself.
Yep.
Okay. Fair enough. Well then. You are all brought back to another teleportation circle. There is a wizard there ready to teleport your group. They tell you all to arrange yourselves in the center of the circle. They cast their spell, and then there is that very familiar fishhook in the navel kind of feeling that pulls your body and rips you through the aether to take you from one location to another. You feel that moment of disorientation, and your heads all kind of swim as a teleportation spell is cast upon you. And once you look about and try to see where you are, You find yourselves in a low earthen chamber. You look about and you can see that the walls seem to have been carved out of the dirt. The floor that you're standing on is made out of stone. There is a big stone slab that you're standing on, almost like a platform, though the platform itself is only about 2 inches tall, so you're just slightly above. And as you look down, there is another runic circle etched into the stone beneath your feet. There are a pair of torches that are lit. They seem to be burning a very light yellow flame that is flickering in a way that makes you think that they are magical in nature. And there is another pair of individuals standing there in the room with you. You see that these two are dressed in the normal outfit that the erudite conclave wears. Tan robes trimmed with green. Both of them have weapons at their sides. Both of them have their hands on the weapons, and as they're kind of looking over your group, Trinidad steps forward and holds out a hand and says something in a language. Let's see here. What languages do you all speak?
I've got
Nice.
Common and then a Murin, the cat language.
Common and Shadow Tongue.
Yeah, Common, Tengu, and the Wilds.
I've got Common, Halfling, and Kitsune.
Okay, so this is not a language that any of you actually speak, unfortunately. But there is a little bit of a back and forth, and then both of the conclave members bow their heads and kind of step back. And then the lizard folk says, please walk with me. They go up a set of stairs, wooden stairs nearby, and you enter into what appears to be a kitchen. There is a stove and an oven. There is a long table, and there are a couple people sitting at that table, currently working on their own morning meals. Trinidad waves to them. One of them stands up and introduces himself as Cichlid. Cichlid is a gnome man. He's dressed in the same garb that the rest of the erudite conclave are wearing, tan robes trimmed in green. And Cichlid says to you, welcome to Gnomengard. I am the senior field researcher here for this field office. You, I've all been informed of your arrival and what your mission is here. I feel as though we should probably talk before we get into too much stuff. The current state of affairs here in Gnomengard are, as you've probably heard, outsiders aren't necessarily harassed, but they are definitely watched. Now, your group, as I understand it, are here for a fact-finding mission. I haven't been given a lot of the details of that, but I've been informed that you have some work that you need to be doing here in town. My question to you is, how can I assist? Are you planning on doing your mission kind of above board and visible, or do you plan on taking a more stealthy approach when moving into the city? What your plan is going to be is going to kind of guide how we assist you.
Hold on, let me have a moment with my team. We huddle.
Do you include Trinidad in this huddle?
No.
Yeah.
Don't know him.
So, listen, if we keep things above board, they're probably just going to show us the version of Gnomengard that they want us to see, right? So, I'm not trying to say I want to get into shenanigans, which you may be thinking, but I do think taking a stealthy approach is our best chance at finding out their true intentions.
Or what if we do both?
I was about to say, I'm not very good at stealth, but I am very good at diplomacy.
Yeah, we could take a kind of a mixed approach. See what they want to tell us, and then also delve into the underground. The only thing is that they'll probably be watching us. I do have my head of
So if I can sneak away, enough, I can always shift forms and
That's true.
Or, hear me out. We follow what they want us to do, but we keep a good open eye and come up with plan as we go. Because you're right, they're going to be watching, so it's better to at least have where we're going into better surveyed and understood.
True. But yeah, once we leave these walls, then they got eyes on us. And they know who to keep an eye on. So
It's gonna be like that no matter what.
that's true. That's true. All right. Turn to them. Turn to everybody else.
break.
Break. And I basically just tell them everything we said.
Oh my god, I'm sure they heard.
So basically, we're thinking about taking a mixed approach. Obviously, we should go and meet with them since we've got a letter of introduction. But I get the feeling if there's anything the government doesn't want to tell us, they might keep that a secret. So we're going to kind of think on the fly as we're known to do.
Well, very well then. If you're planning on taking the direct approach first and seeing how it goes, I recommend just heading out from here and go to the castle itself.
Hold on, I need another huddle real quick. What now? Why did he say it like that? If you're planning on taking the direct approach straight from here, why did he say that?
Should we stealth it first then?
It sounds like maybe we should stealth it first. I don't know, man.
Would you like me to scout ahead and stealth like is?
Never mind. Let's just. I trust Draven's intuition in this, and I said I was going to.
Are we overthinking this again?
I think we're overthinking it.
Kikiro, what were you saying? I wasn't able to hear you.
I do think we're overthinking this.
That's valid.
That's where I was going.
Okay. I will dismiss my weapon since we're gonna go out onto the streets, so that it cannot be seen. Unfortunately. All right. Yeah, we're gonna stick with that plan, I think.
Okay. Heading out into town from here. No problem.
See, why did he say it like that?
Could just be how he talks, you guys. Don't make him self-conscious, you're gonna give him a complex.
I'm sorry, let's go.
You all keep doing this huddle thing. Is everything okay?
Unintentional.
I don't know, is everything okay?
Oh.
I mean, that's kind of up to you.
Well, on my end, everything's fine, so let's go.
Okay. Just shrugs his shoulders.
We're just looking at each other like.
What did that shoulder shrug?
Why did he shrug his shoulders like that? Okay. All right. I mean, it's 9:04.
Yeah, it's 9:04. We started a little later, so I was planning on going for another 10 minutes or so.
Okay.
So the building you are in, as you leave, you discover is actually just a 3-story building. It's one of those kind of bigger townhouses where like all of the buildings are stacked right against one another. There's no real pass between other than a very, very tight, narrow walkway that goes between them that allows you to travel to the back. You're led to a back door and said, here, you can just go through here, pass through the back, head to the front of the building, and leave out onto the streets. We are on we're on one of the main streets here in town. If you follow the main road west from here, you'll reach the town square. And from there, it will be very easy to see the castle itself. Once you're there, if you present your letter of introduction, you will be let in almost immediately. I just caution you that the moment you leave here, you probably will be seen, and you will most likely be followed. So just be prepared for that. Other than that, I wish you luck on your mission.
And before we head out, okay, so we've got a letter of introduction and everything. It doesn't say how many of us are going there or anything. Does it identify that there's a specific number of us that are going to be there?
It doesn't say any specific number. It just says, if you look at it, it says that it identifies your group as members of the erudite conclave, as fact finders and researchers who are who have come to Gnomengard to chronicle current events within the city. It allows a specific time of meeting between yourselves and the rulers of the nation. You are promised 1 hour of their time and free passage through the grounds of the castle itself.
Okay, so then, hear me out on this one, guys, before we head out. What if I shift... What?
I said another quick huddle.
Yes, another quick huddle is fine. So what if I just shift into fox form and hide in somebody's backpack or something? And then they don't know to watch for a fox wandering around. If there's somewhere you want me to go sneak into, find somewhere you can let me out of the backpack, like, sneakily. And I think
that's a good idea. Because then even if you shift back into yourself, they won't know that you're with us.
Exactly.
So I'm okay with it.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I like it.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to then shift into fox form. And whoever wants to carry me in their, backpack or whatever, just don't squish me, please.
I will do my best.
Yeah, you already know who it's gonna be.
It's like, why do we pretend?
Well, I'm just a little fox now.
I know you said that you want to just be in a backpack, but I think it would almost be funny if, like, you kind of drape yourself around Draven's neck like a bola or something, or like a fur collar, like a fur collar on their armor or something.
Oh my gosh!
Just don't move.
And you're a dark kitsune as well, so it would be black fur, which kind of fits.
No, I'm light gray.
Light gray, but still, it definitely fits in with Draven's aesthetic.
It's like, yeah, because I'm light gray and purple.
Yeah, Yeah, so you revert to your fox form. Draven picks you up and kind of drapes you around their neck, and you just kind of lay there limp a little bit, blending in and as just a fox fur lined collar.
Well, but see, then they're gonna see that he has.
Oh, okay, fine. So whatever.
That's
you
the
can
thing.
Go in your backpack.
I don't want them knowing that I exist. Essentially.
Ruining my fun. Whatever. It doesn't. It doesn't matter. Yeah, you can definitely climb into their backpack and kind of hide yourself in there. As the four of you now gather together and head out into the city. As I mentioned, you find yourselves on a major and busy road leading into the city. Gnomengard is a place that has an odd sort of history. At one point, the city of Gnomengard was a part of a much larger city called Morag. Morag existed in the middle of a mountain that was split in half during the breaking. One half of it went one way and one half of it went the other way. And the half of it that went the other way is now considered Gnomengard. Now, the breaking also changed the landscape of the city as well. It used to be like in a mountain, like I said, but when that mountain was split in half, a lot of the landscape changed. There's kind of an odd sort of mountainous shell around half of the city, while the other half is out in the open underneath the sun. So it creates this odd sort of like... have you ever been to like an outdoor symphony and they have this kind of round cornucopia almost looking shell around where the performers play to amplify the sound? That's sort of what it looks like as you step out into the city. There's this massive metropolis that spans way past your vision in every direction. All of the buildings are made out of stone, dark gray stone that's been expertly crafted, to the point where you can't even see the individual lines of the bricks because they're so perfectly formed and set together that it's almost like the buildings themselves are seamless and just formed and molded out of rock. This is expert dwarven craftsmanship. The city that is currently Gnomengard was originally built by the dwarves, and the city was built over several thousand years. So the craftsmanship is incredible. But there aren't a lot of dwarves around. Instead, for the most part, what you see is a large mixture of gnomes, halflings, orcs, lizard folk. There are some dwarves moving about, but not that much. There's a lot of little people around, however. Like those of you who are tall, like Draven, 3/4 of the population are chest level or lower to you.
Oh, no.
And the architecture kind of follows along that same motif. Like when you had to step out of the conclave building, you had to duck down underneath the door frame to get out. It was wide enough for you, but you still had to duck a little bit to get past that threshold. And every other building is designed in a similar fashion. So Malachi, you are also a little bit more on the tall side. Maiko, you're a little bit
5'7",
shorter.
I think.
Yeah, and Maiko, you're kind of around that, aren't you?
Well, if I'm in human form, I'm 5'11", but
yeah, but I'm just talking.
Yeah,
I know. I'm just talking perspective-wise. And then Kikiro, you're just, I think, a little shorter than that, aren't you?
I think I'm a little more than 5 feet.
A little more than 5 feet, yeah. So some of you are on the shorter side. Malachi and Draven are definitely the tallest. Aeden, like everything,
Technically,
looks a little more normal
Draven
for
are
you.
the tallest.
Yeah.
Maiko's got 4 inches on me.
Yeah, but so like from a perspective-wise, it's actually kind of odd, not being in an area that's predominantly human. you can definitely see an architectural shift, because most of the residents here are a much smaller stature. As you're walking about, I would like everybody to give me perception checks. And since we are coming up on the end of the game, Maiko, if you want to use that coin, now would be a good time.
That gives me advantage, yes?
Yeah.
How do I do? Oh, let's keep high. Ooh, look at that.
Net 20.
Nice. Okay, Aeden, you, for your part, aren't paying attention to anything. There is a buzzing in your head, a constant chatter of, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. I've never seen a place like this. Look at this place. We've never been here before. This is so cool. Oh my God, look at that. Look at that building. It's almost small enough that we would feel like human-sized in that. We're not human-sized, and that door is like 3 times our size, but still, that's the smallest building door I've ever seen. And it's just a constant yammering in the back of your mind that you can't pay attention to shit right now.
She's literally walking in circles, like spinning in circles as she walks.
Yeah, I imagine somebody actually has to, grab her and, hey, come on, keep this way.
Yeah, I'm used to it now. Just subconsciously, it's like that parent thing where you're just like, nope, you're doing something you shouldn't. No, I don't even look back.
It's like, what's the point?
Eventually, somebody will leash Aeden.
That's true. I think we do have one. Didn't we get one? One of the baby backpacks.
I know you've talked about wanting one. I don't think you actually got one.
Can we say we got one in our shopping?
Oh, sure. Geez. Let's call it 5 gold pieces. Whoever wants to buy
5 gold pieces. I look at Draven.
Oh, that's fine. I got it. This is important.
It's very important.
So you're buying one of those backpacks they put on toddlers that has a leash on it.
What's your favorite animal, Aeden?
Oh, it's a turtle. I want them to look like they're a little turtle.
It's got the turtle shell, but then it has like a really long tail.
Yeah.
I'm down for that.
So it's a turtle shell with wings sprouting out from it.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
Natural.
Heck yeah.
Aeden is getting wrapped up in the
leash.
The leash.
Oh dear, I ain't holding it. Draven's holding it. So.
This is a grown woman. Leashed like a toddler.
Yes.
Draven's got a fox in his bag. He's got a fairy on a leash.
fox in his bag is perceiving everything right now somehow.
Oh yeah.
I'm walking like 10 feet in front so people don't think we're associated.
It's a weird sight. Kikiro with your 26 and Maiko with your 28. Like, Kikiro, you are ignoring your friends. You know how they act. This is nothing that you're surprised by. But that mention that people will likely follow you has you on alert. And so you are kind of being mindful. You're ignoring your friends and you're paying attention to your surroundings. Maiko, in your fox form, you kind of poke your little furry nose and eyes out from the backpack flaps, and you're just kind of looking about to see if anybody's following you while still remaining hidden. And with that nat 20 for a 28 and Kikiro's 26, the two of you would spot a small group that at first, when you left the building, they were just kind of lounging, loitering almost in an alleyway across the street from the Conclave building. But once you stepped foot out of the grounds and onto the street and started walking to the west towards where you were told is the town's marketplace, a group of about 6 individuals push themselves up and start walking down the street. Now, there's the whole thing of Aeden getting wrapped up and having to, like, be pulled back, which ends up spinning them like a top for a few moments, and everybody, and, like, Malachi has to grab them and put them back on the right path, and then the three of them start moving again. Kikiro, you would notice this, and Maiko, you would notice that the 4 individuals become 8 individuals. And the way they're moving is like in groups of 2 or 3 or maybe 1 person. They kind of stagger themselves. But it's that same initial group that were loitering. And then more people kind of walked up to them, and you see a little bit of an exchange, though you can't actually hear what they say because they're pretty far back behind you. They're a good, like, 80 or so feet behind you. But they are definitely following. And you start to watch this. It's almost like a little bit of an exchange. Like, you're going to be walking for about half a mile before we finish up and get to the market. During that time, you see, like, some group of, like, 3 kind of get close to you, then veer off and walk away, and then the next group is kind of getting a little bit closer, and then they veer off, almost as though they're, like, passing your group, watching your group between different members. But this entire time, you're watching these people, and, like, their eyes are on you directly. Sometimes if you slow down, they slow down. They pretend like they're looking at something else, and then start following again. You are definitely being pursued by a group of 8 in total. There are a few halflings. There are a few gnomes. There's a couple humans as well, and 1 giantkin. The tallest of among the group, which is why it's so easy to spot them. But even that dude is kind of being stealthy, and every so often, like, you'll lose him in the crowd, and then you'll see him kind of poking out from an alleyway. Definitely him again, and then he starts following the group a little more. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's kind of what you're seeing. What do you do?
I'm gonna try to let the people in our group who didn't notice this in on the secret. There's 8 folks tailing us, but being sneaky about it.
Well, that's exactly what we expected to happen.
True.
One of them's that giant kid.
I guess we'll
Don't
just
look.
try to memorize their face.
Can I roll to see if Aeden looks?
Yes, definitely roll to see if Aeden looks. This is going to be a will save.
$19.
It's up to you.
No, I don't think she looks. At a 19, I don't think she looks.
Hey, we got PDX Homebrew in chat right now, and they are redeeming another hero point for the group. So that's bringing you up to 4.
Oh, wow.
Hurrah!
Yippee.
Thanks. I'll see you Wednesday, buddy.
Thank you. Okay. Well, with that, by this point, your group has arrived in the Gnomengard marketplace. Picture a little bit of, like, the marketplace from the scenes of Agrabah in Aladdin, but much bigger and in a much more stone kind of motif. There are stalls with canvas covers over them, hawking all sorts of wares. You can see a lot of different individuals, ranging from a lot of different species, from gnomes and halflings that I've mentioned before, to orcs. There are some dwarves that are employed here as well, that have weapon shops and armor shops and things of that nature. I'm also going to say that you notice there are a lot of soldiers here in the marketplace. The soldiers kind of stick out a little bit. They all wear the same uniform of splint armor. They all have a spear. They all have a crossbow hanging from their belt, as well as a short sword. They walk in groups of 2s or of 4s. And they seem to be just moving in a bit of an average kind of patrol, where every 15 minutes or so of you just kind of wandering about, you see another group pass by. They seem to be on a fairly regular routine of walking about through the city, through the marketplace itself. And if you pause and kind of just watch for about 20 or so minutes, you would count that there's at least a dozen different groups moving about. The security in the city seems heavy.
Oh, we walked into fascism.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
Says the guy from Gulfrin.
It's like fascism original.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
Let's see here. Would be the most likely person.
Stuff happening.
Kikiro and Draven. What are the two of your passive perceptions?
My perception DC is 21.
21, thank you. Perception
16.
DC. Okay. Maiko, what is yours?
It is definitely a number.
10 plus your perception modifier.
18.
Okay.
19, if it matters.
Yeah. I think really Aeden would be the only one who isn't paying as much of attention as everybody else.
What?
Exactly. So, here's the deal. Draven, you're probably more paying attention to Aeden than anything else, being that you're the one controlling her leash.
I'm sorry.
Maiko, Malachi, and Kikiro. The three of you, as you're watching, you see a small individual. They appear to be a dwarven child. Their clothing seems kind of ragged and threadbare. They're a little bit dirty. But you watch as they walk up to a small fruit stall. They're watching the person behind the counter who's talking to another couple people who are interested in their wares. And the child reaches up, takes a piece of fruit, hesitates for a moment, looks about, and then starts scurrying away as fast as they can. The moment that happens, the person manning the stall, they're a human woman, sees the child scurrying away and yell, "Guards! Guards! That kid's stealing from me!" You see a group of 4 react. 4 soldiers. One of them is an orc. One of them is a halfling. One of them is a human, and one of them is a gnome. They just happen to be passing your group by. And they kind of look over and they see the dwarf child running off. And the 4 of them immediately start running after them, pursuing. Do any of you react?
I just kind of feel like it's not really my business.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to figure out how to. Draven wants to interact or react.
Okay.
I just don't know what.
So don't think mechanics reaction. Just think that you saw this happen. You have a moment. You can do something if you want to.
Well, Draven, if we wanted... Oh, go ahead.
Okay. I have an idea. I think Draven is so lumbering and large to try to give the kid a little bit more time. I want to lean on one of the shops and accidentally be too strong and knock it down or push something so it falls in front of him.
Okay, so you're trying to stop the people who are running after the kid?
Yeah.
Okay.
Create an inconvenience.
Exactly. I'm a giant clumsy oaf. It happens. I'm sorry.
So would you say you were
accidentally on
creating a diversion?
I suppose so.
I
I
like
might
it.
be able to help with that. Hold on.
Oh.
Yeah, I want to help. I want to use Figment. I want to use one of my psychic abilities.
Okay, tell us a little bit about that.
So I can create illusory sound or vision. And I think I kind of make it look like there's more of a mess. Or more of an obstacle for them to get through to get to the kid.
When it falls over, it makes that pipe rattling sound effect.
Oh.
It's chaotic pipe.
Okay, you created an illusory sound or vision. The sound adds the auditory trait to the spell. So, let's see. When you cast or sustain a spell, you create a diversion with the illusion, gaining a +2 circumstance bonus to the deception check. It normally says to yours, but I'll allow this.
And I will also amp it. I don't... Hold on. The amp didn't go through. Did it? No, here we go. I have to hit the right button. So when amped, I can create a particularly distracting illusion as part of its normal effects.
Okay. When you amp the spell, you can create a particular distracting sound. Interesting. So yeah, go ahead and let's see here. I'm trying to read exactly how this works. Okay, yeah, I like it. So you are going to be attempting to create a diversion, the both of you are. Since Aeden is assisting you with this Draven, you're going to be getting a +2 circumstance bonus on this. Plus, what's happening is creating a distracting illusion. So, you're going to have to do a trick here, Draven.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what would I roll?
It's a deception check.
Okay.
You're going to be rolling a deception check. You're basically, or I'm going to allow an athletics check as well, because you're literally pushing a thing on down to kind of create a domino effect, which is going to be assisted by Aeden's illusion. So,
all right.
it does. Since you're casting the spell, I don't think I need to make Aeden roll for it. You're just getting a +2 circumstance bonus to this. Okay. So go ahead. If you can see, there's that button, create a diversion. You can click on that, Draven, and then click on the trick, which should use your deception check, or you can use your athletics check by clicking on that and changing it.
Oh,
If not, just roll your athletics check and add a +2.
Okay, yeah, it's not letting me modify it, but that's fine. So here we go. Are you kidding me? I have a plus 13 and I still only get a 16.
Wow.
You can roll a hero, use a hero point.
You do have 4 hero points right now.
All right. I mean, sure, because like at this point, like I've never seen a plus 13. I want to at least see a high enough number. I want to get out of the midsection, please.
Okay, yeah. Removing 1 hero point. Go ahead and make your roll again.
Thank you. 24.
24. You walk over to one of the stalls and kind of lean on the wood post that's holding up the tent ceiling, and kind of lean and push as those soldiers are starting to chase after the kid. At the same time, Aeden is casting her spell, which makes the as the tent's falling down and smashes onto the ground and fills half of the walkway with the road that they're running. The spell goes off, assisting with creating that diversion, making it much larger than it appears. The 4 soldiers skid to a halt, stopping themselves at attempting to dodge away from what appears to be a tent roof that's about to fall on them. They all dodge back. The tent falls down with a crash. Dust kind of flies up around you all. And then as they look about, as the dust is settling, the 4 guards are looking about. The kid's completely gone.
Yes.
The individual that's the lead, he is the orc. He snarls and looks about. Who knocked this over?
I did not mean to. I was just leaning. It's hot out here. I'm not used to it, and it just kind of felt. I'm so sorry. I'll help pick up. Here. I'm cleaning up now. I'm lifting. I'm seeing. I'm helping.
Now this is going to be a deception check.
That's fine.
Does anybody want to try to help Draven out?
I can assist. I think. I don't want to, but I will.
Well, tell us how you're assisting.
I want to go over and be like, God damn it, Draven, not again. You are always so clumsy. When are you going to find out? You're a big guy
And
in
you
a little
see
man's world.
that the leash is like wrapped around his legs a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to act like he's doing this shit all the time, and it's because he's such a bumbling doofus.
Okay, make your deception check first, Malachi. You're aiming for I think they changed it to a 15 now. Yeah, it's 15 now.
Oh my god, it's only a 10.
Oof. Yeah,
That's fine.
unfortunately, you're not helping at all. You're actually making things like you're drawing attention away from Draven's bumbling. But Draven, go ahead and give me that deception check.
Oh,
That's
man.
on brand. That's on brand.
So we're going to end things with this. Draven, looking bashful and sheepish, is now being verbally yelled at by these 4 guards who are like, "You did that on purpose! You pushed that down! We saw you!" And then, like, a couple of the people who were following you, they're, like, chiming in. "Yeah, we saw those people! They're conclave people! They came in here and just shoved that tent post down! They're disrupting business here!" And more people are starting to chime in and yell, and it's going to be a whole thing that y'all get to deal with in about 2 weeks.
Perfect. I cannot wait.
I'm in.
This makes up for missing that bar fight.
Didn't I say we should just mind our business? And then it was you this time.
No, listen.
It was not me.
If it had been that it's a little kid just doing the best that they can, Draven will like let the shit go. But I'm gonna help the kid out always. So.
That's fair.
Oh, Draven.
Well, we are going to be finding out what happens in about 2 weeks, folks. So definitely come back to see what our what chaos our Pathfinders can cause now that they are in a brand new location, a hostile country that did just try to fuck around with their home country of Coltrest. So, yeah, should be a lot of fun. Anyway, thank you to everyone who watched this evening. We very much appreciate you tuning in and hanging out with us. Come back in about 2 weeks when our Pathfinders now have to deal with a bunch of irate guards in the middle of Gnomengard. Can't wait for that. As always, we like to go around the table and have everybody tell us who they are and where we can find them on the internet. And Brandie, Maiko, you're the one who did the recap, so why don't you go ahead and go first?
Yeah, I'm Brandie. I played Maiko today. Every other Monday I play Maiko, and then the opposite Wednesdays I play Veed on the Curse of Strahd campaign. You can find me on the socials as @RiverDragon82, and that's River with a Y. And I think that's about it for me.
That's about it. Okay. Let's go to Malachi.
Hello, my name is Brie. You can find me here every other Monday playing Malachi Sykes. You can also find me on Instagram at Pink Chic Geek Art. And that's it.
Right on. Kikiro, you're up next.
Right on. I'm Delioth. You can find me here every other week playing Kikiro. You can also find me on Twitter or Blue Sky at Delioth Infinite.
Heck yeah. Dyto, welcome back.
What a thing to come back to.
Mm-hmm. Heck yeah.
I am Dyto. I will be here in 2 weeks, and then next Wednesday I will be here for Curse of Strahd, where I make my return there. Otherwise, you can see what I'm doing on either on X, Twitter, whatever, at Dyto11. I'm not on there much, so yeah.
Heck yeah. But welcome back. Looking forward to having you back in Curse of Strahd as well. Draven, you're up next.
Yeah, I'm John. I played Draven tonight. Always a blast. I love this character so much. But you can find me here every other Monday and Wednesday. On Wednesdays, I play Salem, where I'm in the Magi Knight campaign. Also love him. Different character though, kind of. And yeah, I'm excited for next session where Draven goes to jail. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah, I'm throwing you under the bus for sure. No, okay.
No, do it. It's fine.
No.
I'll make so many friends. It's okay.
Look, you have our thief in your pocket. You'll be fine.
That's true.
You have a thief in your pocket and a fairy in your...
A fairy on your leash.
I'm a father. You can't do this. I have so many kids to take care of.
They rely on me. Who will feed them?
Heck yeah. Zaz, you still with us?
Yeah, hi.
Okay, tell us who you are as well.
I'm Matthew. I've played for the past month or a couple months. It's been great fun. I'm sometimes here, not usually anywhere else.
Well, thanks for hanging out with us and doing a special guest here on the channel. We're looking forward to having you back again in our future campaigns. So yeah, glad to have you back.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's good to be here.
Heck yeah. As always, I am Matthew R. Dawson, your friendly neighborhood host and game master here on the Random Rhapsody Network. You can find me on the tweets and the instas as @ScruffyWanderer, and you can also find me here every Monday and Wednesday running crazy games for crazy people who I love very much. I can't wait to watch all of them go to jail within their first couple hours here in Gnomengard. It's going to be awesome. Can't wait.
I just want to point out it's not my fault this time.
Yeah.
I did not start this fight.
This is true. This is true. Well, we'll wait and find out what happens. I can't wait. Yeah, so other than that, on behalf of everyone here in the Æther-Tech Wars and everyone in the Random Rhapsody crew, I just want to say, thank you, folks. It's been a delight. So long. Good luck. And until next time, make sure you fight the machine. And good night.
Good night.